What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie review. Finally, the movie's here. I got my shirt. You see that? That is what I'm talking about. Hells yeah, I was so damn hyped for this movie. Of course, if you saw my review just yesterday of the original, I absolutely love the movie. I absolutely love the original, and so, of course, incredibly excited for Volume 2. Now, is it good? Let me tell you. Now, this movie starts out with a bang, with the crew as a crew. The Guardians of the Galaxy are the Guardians of the Galaxy. They are best friends now, and they're united, and it's awesome. There's new cast members also along with the original, like Kurt Russell as Chris Pratt's father, which, Star-Lord's father. And I won't tell spoilers about this. This is not a spoiler review because there are a lot of plot points with him and his father, and they're good. They're good. Now, the difference between Volume 2 versus the original is this is a very character-focused movie. There's not a lot of there's I'd say 2 or 3 big major action scenes. But other than that, it's very grounded. It's very focused on Star-Lord's past. They focus on Gamora and Nebula's past. And you even get to see characters that don't even really interact much in 1, interact in Volume 2. Like Yondu and Rocket Raccoon. They have a really damn good bond by the end of this film because you see them cooperate in this movie like you haven't seen them before, and those scenes are actually incredibly well done, and they're really great because the chemistry for the cast is just amazing. I mean, you've just like in the first one, they're even better in this one because they're getting along now, and it's fantastic. The sets in this movie are really great to look at. Same thing with the CG. Amazing. As with most Marvel movies, they all look really, really great. The direction for this, of course, is just as good. James Gunn is back with Volume 2, and he did an amazing job with this one. Again, with the action sequences, just as I was saying in the first one, are very clean. There are no shaky cams or anything like that. It's a very clean-cut movie. Now, in the very, very beginning of the movie, you actually see these characters in the trailers. There's these gold-looking people, and basically Rocket Raccoon steals some batteries from them. And because of this, these gold people start chasing them throughout the whole movie, actually. And it was kind of sort of like Ronin. I just didn't care about those characters. They were kind of whatever. I did think that the actual final boss sort of thing of this movie was way better than Ronin. It's a better villain than Ronin, so they did get better in terms of Guardians 1, because my only complaint with Guardians 1 was Ronin is kind of just a whatever villain, but I do think the villain in Guardians Volume 2 is actually better than the first one. The villain was actually unexpected. You're not going to expect this. Maybe you will, maybe you'll catch it, but for me, I was actually surprised, and it was actually a nice twist. It was a nice, fresh air, because how often do you find a twist in a villain? Just like the first one, this movie is hilarious. Drax giving some of his best lines. You got Chris Pratt doing some amazing lines. Of course, Rocket Raccoon and Baby damn Groot. Baby Groot is pretty awesome. He's not in it as much as I thought he was going to be, but he's in it for a little bit amount of time, and anytime he's on screen, it's just a joy to watch because he's just so innocent. But yeah, that's the interesting part about this movie, is that you do explore characters that they didn't really explore too much in Guardians 1. Like, you really do get to see Yondu in the past, and you get to feel for Yondu, because in the first one, he's just kind of the guy, he just seems like a dick, But in this one, you actually do feel for him, and it's awesome that they were able to accomplish something like that, and you kind of get to see understand why maybe Rocket would do some of the things he would do. And it's really, really cool that they actually explored that. Now, my main problem with the movie, besides the gold people talking about gold people really have no reason to be in the movie other than the after credits scene, to be honest. But my main problem is sort of the pacing. I do think it's not as well cut, it seems like, than the first one, because the first one flowed really great, but this one just doesn't flow as well. I don't know exactly what it is, but maybe it kind of dragged a bit. In some parts, it dragged a tiny, tiny bit. Nothing that it was like, oh man, this is so bad, I can't stand, why just move on? But when you had the gold people on there, it was kind of pointless. And then there were just some parts that just felt like it was slowing down the movie. And especially with Guardians 1 being so fast paced, Volume 2 kind of relaxes a bit. And that's fine, but I don't think it relaxed into the point that was actually good. It was just kind of not as good. But overall, it's still really damn great movie. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun. The characters, again, are the best part of this movie. They're so awesome and lovable. And the action scenes were great. The twist of the villain was actually surprising to me. The exploring of the characters were really different. I wasn't expecting that, and that's really cool. It's just I think the pacing was not as good as the first one, and those gold people, you really didn't need to have them in. But other than that, I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 an 8.5 out of 10. Still a really great movie. I really do recommend checking it out. And if you like the first one, you're still going to love this one too. But don't go expecting, hey, this movie is going to be better than Guardians 1, because you're going to set yourself up for disappointment, and that's just not good to do. So yeah, guys, what did you guys think of it? Did you get to see it already? And if you did, let me know down in the comments what you thought of it. Are you going to see it? Do you just not care for the Guardians franchise? Let me know down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.